Hey Weasleys, this is Emily on The Burrow, and I thought I would just show you some behind the scenes clips of what I've been working on lately comic-wise. So here I'm doing some traditional watercolors, just sort of experimenting with different shapes and washes, and I'm going to be adding those to my comic pages coming up. Once I was done that page, I scanned it and brought it into Photoshop, and basically what I'm doing now is cutting out some different textures and erasing the hard edges and then changing the levels so they kind of stand out a bit more, like the different values. So then I used clipping masks to add them to these stained glass windows, and I had a sequence of pages with a lot of stained glass windows, so I wanted to add some texture to that looked kind of like paint, or kind of made it look more like painted glass. So that was the purpose of this watercolor page, but I think I could probably continue using them for other things throughout the comic, and I'll probably make some different ones for like trees and grass and stuff like that. So I struggle pretty badly with thumbnailing sometimes, and lately I've been realizing it's mainly when the characters or the story is cutting to a new location, the characters are moving to a new room or something like that. So I end up procrastinating quite a bit. Procrastinated for several hours last night. So it's getting kind of bad, but I'll show you what I'm kind of doing as a workaround for that. So a lot of the times to get my mind into where I want to draw, I will usually do a floor plan like this. So this signifies the doorway. And this is the page I'm struggling with right now. So what I've done is I've drawn out all the actions that I want to happen on the page, but now I have to somehow figure out how to fit all of that onto one page. Yeah, page limits suck. This is the page layout I came up with. As you can see, I crammed a lot of panels into there. Okay, I'm done thumbnailing my story, yay! So I continued doing the same method for the last couple of pages, and obviously if I were doing this digitally, it would be a little bit easier. I could just drag and drop kind of my rough drawings into the thumbnails. It's like I'm thumbnailing thumbnails, so it's kind of redundant, and the thing that is annoying me is that these drawings are a little bit better than the ones that end up on the actual thumbnail. I guess because they're not as constrained by the size. Yeah, maybe I'll try doing this digitally next time. Yeah, I'm just so glad to be done. Thumbnailing is such hard work, so much brain energy. So up until this past week, I've been drawing my rough comic pages by hand. And this week I tried drawing them digitally on my Cintiq. And it actually went really well, and I'm kind of saying that with trepidation because I was really enjoying having the freedom to draw anywhere I wanted with like my traditional pad of paper and pencils. A couple issues arise from that, and those were that the paper was a little bit smaller than the actual comic page size digitally. So when I brought the traditional sketch into Photoshop, I would have to resize it, and then that would leave for some gaps around the edges of the pages where I hadn't drawn. So, and also when it is sized up to match the resolution of the digital page, the drawings become a little bit blurry and it's really hard to see the details. And there's also not as many details as when I can draw it digitally because I can zoom in and I can use a much smaller brush than the point of a pencil. Also, it's much faster because if I make a mistake or want to try something different, I can just undo what I did. Obviously, when I'm drawing traditionally, I have to like get out my ruler, use erasers, pencil sharpener, and all of that, and it's just much faster to do those types of actions on the computer. So I'm going to continue with drawing digitally this week, but I was really enjoying going out to Starbucks and libraries and stuff to sit down to draw, and it also helped me focus a lot because there's other people around me and I feel like I need to be working. Like if I'm at home, a lot of different things can distract me. So yeah, I am on track to launch Kingdom Come next month in August, probably later in the month. I haven't set the launch date yet. And I'm also working on another small comic project, which I will let you guys know about when I can. It hasn't been announced yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes sort of video, and I will see you next time.
Hey everyone, this is Charlie and you're watching The Burrow. So I recently took a couple weeks off from YouTube. A couple of those were purposeful. Another one and a half was forced for various reasons. But what I was able to discover during this time was sort of how to boost my own creativity. And maybe some of the things I'm going to talk with you about today are very, very obvious, but some of them I never thought about before, and if I never thought about them before,